White Mountain Apache Police Department.
Those are both new charges. And then you've got warrants out of Tucson City Court going back to, there's one in 2018, 2021, 2022, 2024, and one from 2025. And then you have a warrant out of Justice Court for a 2024 theft. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. On the new charges, I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. On the Tucson City Court matters, I'm ordering that you be held on a $1,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. You're going to have a hearing on October 17th at 1:45. If you are in custody, that'll be a video hearing. If you were to post your bond, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on November 14th at 2:30. As to your justice court matter, I'm ordering that you be released on that one, but I'll note that you're in custody on the other matters. So they'll take you to a video hearing if you're still in custody on October 21st at 9:30. If you're out of custody, you need to get to that hearing or warrants will issue for your arrest. All right, sir, that's all. You're excused. Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Eric Philip Watson.
So, Watson, I am seeing you this morning on a few matters. You've got a new charge of drug paraphernalia, and then you've got a couple of warrants, one for a domestic violence assault from 2019, and one for drug paraphernalia criminal trespass from April 21st of this year. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to reappoint David Mize to represent you. I'm going to order that you be held on $250 cash or secured bonds on each of those three matters. And you'll have a hearing in Justice Court on Monday, the 13th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you were to post your bonds, you would need to get to that hearing. Otherwise, they'll have a video hearing for you if you're in custody. All right?
Yep.
All right, you're excused. Sir, can I get your full name?
Christopher Paul Neinstead.
Can you say that again?
Christopher Paul Neinstead.
Mr. Neinstead, I am seeing you this morning on some warrants that you have. You got 3 of them out of Tucson City Court. One is a domestic violence offense from 2024. One is criminal trespass drug paraphernalia from 2024, and another drug paraphernalia from 2024. And then you've got a warrant out of Justice Court for shoplifting, refusing to give your truthful name, and criminal trespass from March of this year. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're also being held, sir, on felony matters. I'm not seeing you on those, but you are being held without bond on a failure to appear out of Superior Court. I would guess that you'll be seen on that sometime this week in Superior Court.
Yep.
So as to your Justice Court matter, I'm going to order that you be released. And let's see. I will note that you're in custody on the felony so that they'll take you to a video hearing if you're still there. That will be on October 21st at 8:30 in the morning. If you're out of custody by that date, you need to make sure you get to Justice Court or warrant will issue. Let's see. On your city court matters, I'm going to order that you be held on a $1,000 cash or secured bond. No contact with any alleged victim. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you.
All right, anything like that. I don't know.
And you're going to have a hearing in city court on October 22nd at 1:30. All right. That's all, sir. You're excused.
Pedro.
Hi, ma'am. Can I get your full name?
Pedro.
Miss Pedro, I'm seeing you this morning on some warrants that you have out of Pima County Justice Court. Looks like there are 4 of them, all from 2024, involving domestic violence, shoplifting, drug paraphernalia, criminal trespass. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint John Illis to represent you. I'm going to order that you be held on $250 cash or secured bonds on each of those matters. And you're going to be seen in Justice Court on Monday, October 13th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, that's it. You're excused. Hi, sir. Give me just a moment.
You're fine, Your Honor. Okay. Ma'am, sit up, please. Sure.
All right. Sir, can I get your full name, please?
It's Jesus Francisco Ramirez Landeros.
All right. Mr. Ramirez Landeros, I am seeing you this morning on charges, 2 counts of disorderly conduct and 1 count of assault. Those are domestic violence offenses. And then you've also got a new trespassing charge as well. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So the alleged victims, your mother and your nephew in this matter, both spoke with pretrial services and do not object to your release from custody, and said that they that you're able to return to the shared residence. So, given that, I am going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court. I am ordering, sir, that you do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you commit no further acts of domestic violence. Do you understand those orders? Right, and then you need to be in Pima County Justice Court. Oh, I'm also ordering that you do not return to the Circle K that you were trespassed from. And then you need to be in Pima County Justice Court on October 21st at 10:30 in the morning, or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Understood.
All right, that's all, sir. You're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. I hope you have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah.
Oh man, confused.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Roland Julio Senna, 30/12/1982.
Mr. Senna, I am seeing you on some warrants that you have.
I don't
You've got,
even know what from.
I'm sorry?
I don't even know what from.
Okay, so I'll tell you. So you've got 2 warrants out of justice court. They're both for shoplifting and criminal trespass from last year. Okay? I don't know. I don't have those details. I just have the charges. And then you've got warrants out of Tucson City Court as well for old 2020 cases that you were on probation for.
It's really kind of right.
I'm sorry?
It's really kind of like the neighbor.
Those charges are domestic violence, interfering with judicial proceeding, and yeah, threats and intimidation.
Because I got out of prison.
I'm sorry, can you not?
I got out of prison last year in November. I thought it was good. Like, okay, I had everything took care of, and
You got
I'm here
you got out of prison in November?
last year. Yes, I thought it was good. Like, it's been a year since they were in trouble and everything, and I'm hanging out on Park Avenue.
Where are you living right now?
I stay at CBI on tool.
Okay.
Like they're trying to put me back in home shelter, and I got paid and went out and I ran into somebody I know and I ain't seen her for a while trying to help her out and everything, and bam, all of a sudden I got 2 warrants. Like that was good, but
So
okay, right?
if I release you, are you going to be able to get to court?
Yes, I mean I live on tool and CBI is right there.
Or CPI
It's
can
right there.
make sure that you
Yeah,
get to
that
court?
makes yes. Yes, I promise you. It's I mean it's right there. I want to do the warrants.
Okay.
Give us this.
Wait, I'm
The
gonna
first-
give you a chance to go back and
So
get to court. So I'm gonna give you some
we
court
get
dates.
released. We get released tonight or what?
You're gonna get released today. Yep.
Oh, wow, that's so amazing. So someone's gonna eat dinner somewhere besides here.
Yes. All right. So
Yeah.
on your justice court matters. So listen, sir. I'm going to tell you your court dates, and you're going to need to take this information and make sure that you get to both of these hearings. You're going to get paperwork. Okay. Can you leave him unmuted for me? Thanks. Okay. So out of Pima County Justice Court, your hearing is going to be on October 21st at 10:30 in the morning. Okay. And I am releasing you on your promise to appear. Oh, did he have different?
They're gonna be they
Hold on one second, sir.
uh,
What, the one that I just approved for Senna? Did I just approve one for Senna? Okay. You don't see it? Okay. So your hearing is October 21st at 9:30 in Justice Court. And then I'll give you your city court date in 1 second. All right. And then your city court hearing is going to be on October 20th at 1:45 with Judge Blue. Okay? So you need to make sure you go to see Judge Blue and then go to Justice Court and what's that? Oh, right. It was already written in here, so let's see. Yeah. I'm giving you a different date, not October 20th. It's November 12th at 9:30. All right. That's all, sir. You're excused. Make sure you get your paperwork and go to your hearings. Yep. All right. Take care. Would you just do this for me so that it's clear? Oh, that's okay. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
James Gill.
All right, Mr. Gill, I am seeing you this morning on new charges of drug paraphernalia and criminal trespass. And then you've got warrants out of Tucson City Court, one for drug paraphernalia from September 9th of this year, drug paraphernalia from May 23rd of this year, criminal trespass from June 8th of this year, and criminal trespass from 2023, and then criminal trespass from 2022. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty for you on those new charges and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. So, sir, I'm going to order that you be held on a $250 cash or secured bond. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And if you're still in custody, you'll have a video hearing on October 17th at 1:45. If you post your bond, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on November 12th at 2:30. All right. That's all, sir. You're excused. Hey, sir, can I get your full name? Mr. Holt, I am seeing you this morning on a warrant that you have out of Tucson City Court. You are being held on a Superior Court matter as well on a $5,000 bond. I'm not seeing you on that. You've got a failure to appear out of Superior Court.
Yeah. It was the program that they was ready to do on the 18th.
Okay, so you're
They
gonna,
get the warrants quashed.
yeah, you're gonna have to talk to Superior Court about that because right now you're being held on a $5,000 bond in that matter. On your city court warrant, I am going to order that you be released. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you, and we're going to set a hearing in city court on December 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you're still in custody, that'll be a non-transport review. If you're out of custody by that date, then you need to make sure that you get to Tucson City Court so that another warrant doesn't issue, okay? All right, you're excused, sir.
Sure.
So I'm not seeing you on your felony matter. You'll see a judge in Superior Court, I would guess sometime this week on that.
That's what I'm being detained.
On that case, I'm not seeing you on that one, so you are being held on a $5,000 bond on that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hold. And hold. Oh, I like. Guile? Let's say.
Lang,
Like. Skip.
hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Buddy, do you guys playing too?
Mr. Lang, I am seeing you this morning on charges of disorderly conduct and preventing the use of a telephone. Those are domestic violence offenses. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So I am inclined to release you, sir, but I'm going to order that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim, with Jacqueline, and that you not return to your shared residence. I will put in my order that you could return one time with a law enforcement escort to collect your personal belongings. So you would take my court order to the nearest police station and they will go with you to get your things, okay? All right, and then you need to be in Tucson City Court on November 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Oh, and I need to arraign you as well. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. All right, that's all, sir. You're excused. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Christopher Lewis May.
What's your name? I'm seeing you because you have some old warrants out of Tucson City Court. Got a couple from 2020 and 2 from 2021. I do see that you had something set up for a motion to quash, right?
Yeah, I have a court date on the 13th at 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to vacate that since you were picked up on these. So now that warrant is quashed. I'm going to vacate that motion to quash on the 13th and instead set a hearing for you on November 12th at 2:30. All right. So you need to make sure that you get to that hearing. You're going to get paperwork with that information on it.
okay.
Okay. I am ordering that you be released on your promise to appear on that date.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Scott.
Mr. Scott, I am seeing you this morning on several matters that you have out of Tucson City Court. You've got some new charges of drug paraphernalia and criminal trespass, and another charge of drug paraphernalia. Those are new charges. And then you've got 17 warrants out of Tucson City Court for charges also involving criminal trespass, shoplifting, assault, and related charges. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty for you on the new charges and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. Sir, I'm going to order that you be held on a $1,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. You're going to have a video hearing on October 17th at 1:45. If you were to post your bonds, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on November 12th at 9:30. Right, that is all, sir. You're excused.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Jordan.
Mr. Young, I am seeing you this morning on a new charge of drug paraphernalia, and then you've got warrants out of Tucson City Court. Five, six, seven, looks like seven files that are all in warrant status for charges of criminal trespass, threats and intimidation, drug paraphernalia. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. On the new charges, I will enter pleas of not guilty and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest, and if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. So, Mr. Young, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 bond. It'll be cash or secured. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. If you're in custody, you'll have a video hearing on October 17th at 1:45. If you were to post your bonds, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on November 13th at 2:30, or warrants will issue for your arrest. All right, that is all. You're excused.
Nice. So we're gonna do Navarro just shut up. We're gonna do Navarro. And let's start. Okay, that's okay. Your Honor.
Yes,
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Navarro just set up, so we're gonna do Navarro, if that's okay with you.
sounds good. I think I already put his information in, like everything that I was going to do.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Aho.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, I was wondering after y'all do the interpreter one, if I can have her sitting here waiting.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, thank you. I'll go grab her.
Okay, thank you. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Manuel Navarro.
Mr. Navarro, I am seeing you this morning on a new charge of assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You are being held already on felony matters. I'm going to order that you be released in this matter, but I'll note that you're in custody on the felony. You'll be seen in Pima County Justice Court on October 21st at 8:30 in the morning by video. All
Okay.
right, that's all, sir. You're excused.
You ready for it, Your Honor?
Yes, ready. All right. Hi, ma'am. Can I get your full name?
Felicia Valadez.
All right, Miss Valadez, I am seeing you this morning on a charge of domestic violence assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Excuse me. Give me just a moment so I can look over your paperwork. Thank you.
Bless you.
So, Ms. Valadez, where are you residing? Are you still at the same place where this incident occurred?
Yeah, that's my residence.
And has the alleged victim, Sylvia, has she moved out?
Yeah, she moved out.
Okay.
All her stuff is out.
And you're gonna not have any contact with her, right?
No,
Okay.
no contact.
All right. I'm gonna order that you be released on your promise to appear in court, order that you commit no acts of domestic violence, that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim. And you need to be in Ajo Justice Court on October 28th at 9 o'clock in the morning, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. You understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's all, ma'am. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
David Gustavo Flores Figueroa.
Oh, okay, I think this is our Spanish speaker.
Your Honor.
Good morning.
Yes, and this is the Spanish interpreter on the line.
Thank you. Okay, sir, I am seeing you this morning on charges of trespassing and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Y señor, lo estoy viendo el día de hoy por cargos de ingreso ilícito y por posesión de milículos de droga.
You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Tiene derecho a permanecer en silencio. Cualquier cosa que diga puede ser usada en su contra.
Sir, you are being held without bond on a probation violation that you have out of Superior Court.
Señor, usted está siendo retenido sin derecho a fianza por un quebrantamiento de libertad condicional del Tribunal Superior.
I am not seeing you on that matter this morning. You'll be seen separately in Superior Court, I would guess sometime this week on that matter.
Y yo no lo estoy viendo por esa causa el día de hoy. Usted lo van a ver por separado, creo, en el Tribunal Superior esta semana sobre esa causa.
As to these new charges, I am going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court, but I will note that you are in custody on the felony.
Y en cuanto a estos nuevos cargos, yo lo voy a dejar en libertad con su promesa de comparecer a la corte, pero va a permanecer bajo custodia con respecto al caso suyo de delito grave.
You'll have a hearing in Pima County Justice Court on October 21st at 8:30 in the morning.
Va a tener una audiencia en el Tribunal de Paz de Justicia del Condado de Pima, Justice Court, el 21 de octubre a las 8:30 de la mañana.
If you're still in custody, that'll be a video hearing. If you're out of custody, you need to make sure you get to that hearing or a warrant will issue for your arrest.
Y si usted está bajo custodia, se va a presentar por video a esa audiencia. Si está fuera de custodia, usted tiene que asegurarse de presentarse a esa audiencia o si no se puede emitir una orden de arresto en su contra.
Do you understand all of that, sir?
¿Comprende todo eso, señor?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused.
Gracias y puede retirarse.
And thank you to the interpreter. I think that is, oh, no, yeah, I think that's all we've got.
Oh, yeah, I had another one on the
Yeah.
list.
That was, that person's been released.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. So, may the interpreter disconnect?
Yes, thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Yesinay Aulos.
Mr. Avalos, I am seeing you this morning on charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for today's hearing. I've also got a warrant for you out of Pima County Justice Court. We'll deal with that one next. But as to this matter, and there's a probation hold out of Superior Court as well. And so given that the state's asking for a $1,000 bond, I'd be inclined to hold them on some kind of bond for time credit. Is that what defense is asking for?
Yes, please, Judge. We're also asking the court to set a steps court date and a standard 10-day preliminary hearing date so he can at least be screened. And the state's asking for a reasonable bond. So for time credit purposes, that sounds good.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond released pretrial. If posted, monitoring or treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Steps hearing is scheduled for October 20th at 9 o'clock and preliminary hearing is October 21st. All right, and then your warrant out of Pima County Justice Court is for a 2023 assault. I will note that you're in custody on the other matters and will release you on this one. You'll have a hearing in Justice Court on October 28th at 2:30. If you're still in custody, that'll be by video. If you're out of custody, you would need to get to that hearing or a warrant will issue for your arrest. And that is all, sir. You're excused. Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
William Dale Blake II.
Right, Mr. Blake, I am seeing you this morning on a number of different matters that you have, all warrants. One is out of Superior Court for a dangerous drug possession from April 13th of this year. And then I've got warrants out of Justice Court and City Court as well. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You do have the right to an attorney on your felony matter. I'm going to order that the public defender be appointed, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. State's asking for a $500 bond, and I am going to hold him on some bonds on the misdemeanor matters. And so, did defense have any objection to a bond for time credit in the felony?
No, Judge, I see that previously a $50 bond was ordered and Mr. Blake had not been able to afford that. I know it sounds pretty low, but I think the defense attorney then asked the court to modify the pretrial, which the court granted. So because he's not been able to afford even that $50 bond, we asked the court to set something close to that.
All right. On the felony, I'll order a $250 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released pretrial if posted. And arraignment is scheduled for October 17th at 1:30. Right. And then I've got 3 warrants out of Justice Court, 2021 DV assault, 2023 drug paraphernalia, and additional DV charges, 2024 DV charges. On each of those matters, I'm also going to order $250 bonds, cash or secured. I will appoint Christian Salter, or no, I'm sorry, I will appoint David Mize to represent you in Justice Court, and you'll have a hearing on Monday, the 13th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then in Tucson City Court, this is an extreme DUI from 2019. On that one, I'll also order a $250 bond. And your hearing there will be on October 17th at 1:45. Hold on, that's not gonna work. Because his arraignment is October 17th at 1:30, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so we'll do October 21st at 1:45 also? Yes. At 1:45. All right, and that's all, sir. You're excused.
Judge, I'm sorry. Was the city PD appointed on the
Yes, city public.
city?
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Peter David Burrell.
Mr. Burrell, I am seeing you this morning on a few different matters. You have some new misdemeanor charges and misdemeanor warrants. We will deal with those second. First, you have warrants out of Superior Court for felonies. One is narcotic drug possession from August 20th of 2024, and the other is narcotic drug possession and drug paraphernalia from May 28th of this year. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. The state is asking for a $5,000 bond on the felony matters. I'll hear from defense.
Thank you, Judge. So it appears Mr. Burrell did not have stable housing at the time these summons were mailed to his address. As he mentioned to pretrial, he was not living at the residence, it seems like due to disagreements with some family members, and he did not have notice of the hearings. So I'm looking at the history, Your Honor. It looks like both cases were dismissed at some point. This was a refiling, so I think that Mr. Burrell was slightly confused about those. Your Honor, his wife was contacted who said she can provide third-party custody and transport. I understand one of the charges is sales, but Your Honor, since there is a $5,000 since that, obviously we don't have disclosure at this stage. But given all of that, Judge, I know he has some city court matters too, but we are asking for one chance on pretrial services release so that Mr. Burrell can stay out of custody and appear at all his court hearings. And if the court's inclined to set a bond, though we ask for much lower than $5,000, we ask that the court run both bonds concurrent on the cases because these are post-indictments. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I may, just looking at the information, it does look like the summons was resent to the King address street, which is the same address that he provided.
Okay. I'm going to order $2,500 bonds on each of the felony matters. So be cash or secured, released, pretrial posted, monitoring or treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, and arraignment is scheduled for October 17th at 1:30. And that's as to both cases. All right. On the Tucson City Court matters, there are new charges of criminal trespass, prescription drug paraphernalia, and resisting arrest charges. And then it looks like we've got 3 warrants from 2022 and then 1 from 2025 as well. On those, on the new matters, I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. On those matters, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 bond, cash or secured. Do not return to the incident location. I will appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. And your hearing in city court will be on October 17th at 1. Oh, nope, there we go again. Would do October 21st, October 21st at 1:45. Unless you were to post your bonds, then you would need to get to Tucson City Court on November 13th at 9:30 in the morning. And that is all, sir. You're excused. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name? Mr. Elam, I'm seeing you this morning on charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, it appears that you may be eligible for a drug diversion program where if you get to court and you participate in some drug treatment, these felony charges could be dismissed. Are you interested in that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to order that you be released to pretrial services supervision. You need to check in with them on Monday, monitoring or treatment as directed, no alcohol or illegal drugs. That hearing that you need to get to is on October 20th at 9 o'clock in the morning in Pima County Superior Court. You're going to get paperwork with that information on it. Just make sure you get to that hearing so that you can be eligible for that program. And council wait time on the PH?
Yes, Judge, and the 45 days puts us to November 25th.
Correct. All right. That is all. Your excuse, sir.
I had a quote for that.
Can you see separate charge? So we're not doing the probation. No, you're not doing the probation case today. You're using the. Okay.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Brandon Murillo Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, I'm seeing you this morning on a couple of different matters. You've got new charges of leaving the scene of an accident, driving on a suspended license, and endangerment. And then I'm also seeing you on a warrant that you have out of Gila County Superior Court for drug possession charge. And then you're being held as well without bond on a probation violation that you have out of Pima County Superior Court. I'm not seeing you on that matter this morning. You'll be seen separately in Superior Court on that, I would guess sometime in the next week or so. As to the Gila County matter, they requested a $2,500 bond. So that is what I am going to order. That'll be cash or secured. And we'll set a review hearing to track your other cases, your local matters for November 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then on your new misdemeanors, those are going to be handled out of Pima County Justice Court. On those matters, I'm going to order a $500 bond. It'll be cash or secured. I will appoint Jessica Valdez. And you will have a hearing on Monday, the 13th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Justice Court. All right, that is all, sir. You're excused. City Court. Oh, there's a City Court matter as well. Sorry. 1 second. So you have a warrant out of City Court for driving on a suspended license and drug paraphernalia from September 16th. On that matter, I'm going to order that you be released, but I will note that you're in custody on the other matters. I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. We'll vacate the motion to quash that was set on October 17th, and we'll set a hearing on December 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning. That'll be a non-transport review if you're still in custody. If you're out of custody by that date, you need to get to that hearing in Tucson City Court. Right. And that is all.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Eric Jacobs.
Mr. Jacobs, I'm seeing you this morning on new felony charges of possession of a dangerous drug for sale, possession of drug paraphernalia, and weapons misconduct for having a firearm during a felony offense. And then you've also got a misdemeanor DUI. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney on the felony matters. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information, including the state's recommendation of a $15,000 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Thank you, Judge. We are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Jacobs to pretrial services supervision. I won't state the obvious, but Mr. Jacobs does not have any felony criminal history. This is a victimless crime, Your Honor. Pretrial services was able to contact his father, who verified housing. He is able to assume third-party custody. So given a complete, he's obviously, I don't understand how he's quite 3 on 6 on the NCAFTA scales, but I suppose that is because of past misdemeanor history, which I don't see any on the pretrial services report. But given the totality of everything, Judge, and a complete lack of felony history, we ask for release to pretrial services. Thank you.
I'll order a $5,000 bond, cash or secured, released pretrial posted, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. Preliminary hearing date is scheduled for October 21st. And then on the DUI, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest, and if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. On that matter, I'll order release, but I'll note that you're in custody on the felony and appoint the city public defender's office to represent you. Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just told that if I give you a nominal bond, you'll get time credit on this one, so I'll go ahead and do that. I'll order a $100 cash or secured bond on that. Thank you for that information. And let's see. And your hearing in city court will be on October 17th at 1:45 if you're in custody. If you are out of custody, then you would need to get to city court on November 13th at 9:30 in the morning. All right, that's all. You're excused. Hi, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Ruby Ann Jones.
Ms. Jold, I'm seeing you this morning on a few different matters. You've got new felony charges of dangerous drug possession and drug paraphernalia, and then you've got 5 warrants out of Tucson City Court. We'll deal with those next. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information, including the state's recommendation of a steps hearing and a $500 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Thank you, Judge. I'm slightly surprised by the state's recommendation because the alleged quantity here is 0.055, which is de minimis. And Judge, if the state's not dismissing it, I just asked the court not to set a bond on the felony, and we are okay with the steps court date. And yeah, we are asking for release, Judge, because of the de minimis quantity. Thank you.
They haven't given me my medication this morning.
Okay.
Fine.
Ms. Goodman, just want to check in with you on this one. I would have expected to see a dismissal given the quantity as well. So just want to make sure that that's what you want to do.
Your Honor, the concern is that she has a lot of other offenses
Lot of
sitting
them.
forward. And the STEPS program, if she gets screened, she might get a lot of other benefits as well and resources.
Okay. All right. I am going to hold her on her city court matter, so I'll order a $100 bond so she's getting time credit on this one and released pretrial if posted. I will set that steps hearing for October 20th at 9 o'clock, and the preliminary hearing will be October 21st. And then on the city court matters, I'm going to order a $250 bond, cash or secured, appoint the city public defender's office, and video review will be on October 17th at 1:45. Out of custody date is November 18th at 9. All right, ma'am, that is all. You're excused. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
My name's Jones now. Dwayne Jones.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm seeing you this morning on a few different matters. You've got new felony charges of possession of drug paraphernalia,
Yeah, I was with my arms.
and then
Fine.
trespass in the 3rd degree, which is a misdemeanor. And then you've got some misdemeanor warrants as well. We'll deal with those next. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney in the felony matter. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. Miss Goodman, you've got both pretrial services and $500 with pretrial services checked here along with a steps hearing. So can you clarify for me what the state's recommendation is?
Yes, Your Honor. So he does have those two failed to appear warrants from justice court. So if the court is considering releasing on those matters, then it's pretrial. The court is considering a bond. I do note, I acknowledge the charges before the court, but based on the facts of the interim and his criminal history, again, I believe that he might benefit getting connected with steps providers as well.
Okay. All right. I'll hear from defense. Let your attorney make the argument for you.
So, Judge, we acknowledge Mr. Jones has some criminal history. He's explained to me that he has taken support from Cornerstone. I see the last conviction is from 2017, and he is requesting me only and only to request release to pretrial services and not for a bond. So that is what I'm requesting. And Judge, he avows to the court that he will connect with those resources, attend any steps hearings, and we are requesting for release to pretrial services, and that is what he wants me to execute for. Thank you.
Say one thing.
Don't stay in.
Your Honor, just may add, the last conviction was 2017. Nonetheless, his sentence did end not until beginning of this year, and there's some absconded from parole as well. There's
Yes.
noted on the last.
Oh,
Do not touch me, please.
yeah, no.
Don't. Yeah,
All right.
Sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. Okay.
All right. Mr. Jones,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I'm gonna release you to pretrial services supervision. Listen,
All right.
I really want you
Thank
to I really want you to listen to the release conditions, abide by those, and get to your hearings. You're gonna have 3 different hearings in different courts that you need to get to, okay? So you need to make sure that you are relying on those resources that you have connected with and get to these hearings. I don't want to hear any more, okay? Great. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, listen now, okay?
Okay.
On your felony matter, I'm going to order that you be released to pretrial services. So you need to check in with them on Monday. Monitoring or treatment as directed by them. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not return to the incident location where you were arrested from. And you need to get to Pima County Justice Court, or I'm sorry, we've got a preliminary hearing date. No, okay, let me try that again. You've got a steps hearing that is the drug diversion program that you need to get to on October 20th at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you don't go to that hearing, you are not going to be eligible for that drug diversion program. You get to that hearing that can help you with some additional resources for drug treatment and other things that you might need. Preliminary hearing date is scheduled for October 21st.
Judge, the step date was October.
I'm sorry, I'm all discombobulated.
Please be quiet.
Steps hearing is October 20th at 9 o'clock. A time waived for the PH.
Yes, we will waive time, so I think November 25th will be great.
PH is November 25th. All right. Justice Court is also release on promise to appear.
Okay.
Don't return to that incident location. And the hearing there will be October 21st at 8:30 in the morning. And then Tucson City Court. Your hearing is November 12th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. That's all, sir. You're excused.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Take care. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate you.
All right.
Bye.
Rest.
Ma'am, can I get your full name?
Desiree Perez Goodwin.
Perez Goodwillie, I'm seeing you this morning on charges of criminal trespass and domestic violence assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. And I understand that we have the alleged victim on the line. And if you would please tell me your name.
Yeah, Matthew Rounds.
Okay, and was there anything that you wanted to tell me, sir?
Yeah, I just want to advocate for dismissal of the charges, and is that possible?
So that is not something that I am going to consider this morning. I would consider, though, your recommendation for her release conditions.
Absolutely. I don't plan to cooperate further with the investigation. I would like to see the charges dismissed and dropped. He's no threat to me.
Thank you very much for that information. Let's see. So I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $10,000 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Judge, if the court's inclined to release her based on the victim's statements to the court right now and absolute lack of any criminal history, she is 1 on 6 on the scales, which suggests she doesn't have any misdemeanor criminal history. As separate housing will comply with any orders not to return to the victim's residence. She's employed full time, doesn't have any problems getting to court, has stability overall. So we would ask the court to consider release to pretrial. And Judge, one thing I noticed is one of the counts it cites to 13-1204A, which I do concede that there is probable cause for aggravated assault because it occurred after an entry into a residence. But it's just the listed charges counts are criminal trespass, a class 6 felony, and misdemeanor assault. So I see why the statute is put in there, but given the low levels of the felonies, we would ask you to consider release.
Right, ma'am, I am going to order that you be released to pretrial services supervision. Order that you commit no acts of domestic violence. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for October 31st. But ma'am, that hearing is very likely not going to happen on that date. You will get a hearing at a later date, so you need to make sure that you are in touch with pretrial and with your attorney so that you know when to get to court. You understand?
I do.
All right. That is all. You're excused.
Do I need to remain on the line?
Nope, you're good to go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Stephen Anthony Kiwi Sr.
Mr. Kiwis, I'm seeing you this morning on charges of misconduct involving weapons for being a prohibited possessor, as well as charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a dangerous drug. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $10,000 bond. I'll hear from defense.
Thank you, Judge. So it looks like on the pretrial services report, I didn't see if he was steps. Oh, he's not because of the weapons charge. Never mind. So, Your Honor, given that Mr. Kiwis has, saying that right? Kiwis. Okay. Given that Mr. Kiwis has the last conviction from 2017, appears he got a probation tail and he was discharged from probation in 2021, which sort of suggests that he is a good candidate for community supervision. I understand there is some seriousness involved in these charges because of the gun count, but given the age of the last conviction and performance on probation, Judge, we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Kiwi's to pretrial services supervision. He seems to be self-employed. And that's it. Thank you. And he has a 10-year-old son he cares for. Almost.
All right, sir, I'm going to order that you be released to pretrial services supervision. You need to check in with them on Monday, monitoring or treatment as directed by them. No alcohol or illegal drugs, and sir, no firearms or weapons. You understand those orders?
Yes, ma'am.
Preliminary hearing date is scheduled for October 31st, but that hearing is very likely not happening on that date. You will get a hearing at a later date, so it's really important that you're in touch with pretrial and with your attorney so you know when to get to court. That is all. You're excused.
Not a problem. Take care.
Richie?
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
William Cameron Ritchie.
Mr. Ritchie, I'm seeing you this morning because you have a warrant out of Pinal County Superior Court for charges involving, it looks like, drug sales. They have asked that I hold you on a $50,000 bond. And it looks like you're also on probation here out of Pima County. Don't believe they've put a probation hold on you yet, but I would expect that might be coming. I am going to order the $50,000 bond, cash or secured, and we'll set a review hearing to make sure that, so if you post that bond, you would need to get to Pinal County right away to deal with that case. But if you do not post that bond, they will likely come and get you. And so we'll set a review hearing for November 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning to make sure that you have been picked up. Right? That's
If you're not picked up, you'll finish the Pima case first if probation files. If you're not picked up, you will see a judge again on November 12th. Okay. This is really routine.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Jose Francisco Rocha.
All right, Mr. Rocha, I am seeing you this morning on a couple of different matters. You have a warrant out of Maricopa County Superior Court for possession of a dangerous drug. Actually, it looks like it's a sales charge. They're only asking that I hold you on a $500 cash bond on that. So that's what I'm going to order.
Yep.
We will set a review hearing for November 12th at 9 o'clock. And then you're also, you're arrested on new charges, domestic violence related charges, 4 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of assault. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I am going to enter pleas of not guilty for you at this time and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you are convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. On that matter,
Judge, I know I think we don't make the argument on out of county warrants, but Mr. Rocha wants me to try.
go ahead.
So, Your Honor, he did go to court the first time and got the warrant quashed, and then there was some misunderstanding and gap in communication between him and his attorney. So he wasn't really clear what he was supposed to do next. Again, I wasn't there; I'm not the attorney on that case. But given that they're only asking for a $500 bond, Mr. Rocha is asking the court to consider releasing him and give a set report date. He will make sure he makes it, and he's shown that he's made it before, Judge. So he cannot afford a $500 bond at this time. So we're asking you to consider releasing him to pretrial services so that way he can check it at this point.
I hear the argument. I understand, but I was gonna hold on a bond on the new misdemeanor charges. So I'm gonna order a $500 cash or secured bond on that matter as well, and appoint the city public defender's office. Order that you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victim. So I understand some of the victims are the disorderly conduct victims are your shared children. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Samantha Moreno except by phone to talk about the children only. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. All right. If I didn't say so, city public defender is appointed. And hearing in Tucson City Court will be with Judge Millian on October 22nd at 1:30. All right, so if you bond out, you need to make sure you get to that date in Tucson City Court and then get in contact with Maricopa County. If you do not bond out, you're going to have a video hearing in this case and then the review hearing in the Maricopa County case.
Okay, understand.
All right, sir. That's all. You're excused. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Trevor Douglas Terraces.
Mr. Trasas, I'm seeing you this morning because you have a warrant out of Superior Court for charges of narcotic drug possession and drug paraphernalia. Those are from March 29th of 2025. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I do see that this was a previous enrollment and steps and then a refile. State's asking for a $500 bond that was on the warrant. I'll hear from defense.
Thank you, Judge. So I understand the state's position, but as Mr. Terrazas, yeah, as Mr. Terrazas mentioned to pretrial services, he was evicted because of which he didn't get notice. And Your Honor, that I do have a case number on the Justice Court docket, which confirms that, in fact, an eviction action was filed and that a writ of restitution was issued. So, in light of that, Judge, this is a genuine case of no notice. So I would be asking for release to pretrial services on that.
Okay. Where are you living now, sir?
I work at a location in Pima. I live at it's 3022 Fairmount Street, I believe, East Fairmount Street,
Okay.
and I'll make it to court if I get
Okay.
updated.
All right. I'll give you a chance to do that. I'm going to order that you be released to pretrial services. So you need to make sure that you're in contact with them on Monday, monitoring or treatment as directed by them, and no alcohol or illegal drugs. And then your arraignment is scheduled for October 17th at 1:30. All right. So that is this coming Friday in Superior Court. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're excused.
So
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Jose Ramon Jr. Urias Cruz.
Mr. Urias Cruz, I am seeing you this morning on charges of reckless driving, aggressive driving, racing on the highway, and 2 counts of endangerment. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and you've got counsel seated next to you for this morning's hearing. I have reviewed all of the information provided, including the state's recommendation of a $20,000 bond. And I see that he is on probation for felony endangerment and a DUI. I don't think there's a hold yet, but I would expect one will be coming. So I'll hear from defense.
thank you, Judge. We understand what the state's position is. We understand the court's concerns, but Mr. Urias Cruz is only 19 years old, Your Honor. I understand he's been on probation for 3 months. He has stable residence. His sister, excuse me, has agreed to provide third-party custody and transport. I know 3 months is a really short time, but I don't see any violations filed on the probation side, but I understand the court's concern that one may be coming soon. Your Honor, given that there were no injuries, luckily that there was no accident, we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Urias Cruz to pretrial and ask him to report to his probation officer upon release. But if the court has to set a bond and is not inclined to release, given everything else, we would ask that it be close to $2,000 as opposed to $20,000. Thank you.
I'm going to order a $10,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted, monitoring or treatment as directed, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'm ordering, sir, that you do not drive. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for October 21st. All right, that is all. You're excused.
Sure. 1 second.
All right, thanks everybody.